Shit.
Amin coming over here to congratulate you. What's it like to get this win? This was an intense one.
Man, like, you know, it's mean a lot. It was a tough game. It was a physical game. And, you know, we respond well. We played tougher than them. And, you know, they wake us up in the first half. And we came hard. We respond well. I'm proud of my team.
That was physical. It was old school. There was a lot of trash talking. What did you like about the aggressive way that you guys answered them?
I love it. I love it. I think it's wake up everybody up, you know. Even we maybe didn't start the game that hard, but they wake us up and we respond well, and we play tougher when they did that. So that's great, man. Great to see it. It's a playoff game.
Amin's defense, Jalen's big fourth quarter, Jabari and Tari off the bench. What did you like about the collective and complete effort tonight?
Man, everybody, you know, Amin wasn't smiling all day. He was like then, you know, couldn't even talk to him. Like, he was like then last 2 games. He's like in the best players in the world right now, best players in the league, you know. That's impressive. That's just his second year, and he's putting names over there in Defensive Player of the Year, you know what I'm saying? It's just great to see him like that. It's just, you know, a lot to come more.
You guys held Steph Curry to 3 points. That's the lowest he has ever scored against the Rockets. What was the strategy on him?
It just, game plan wasn't stop him, man. If other players can win the game, they can win the game. That was the game plan, just stop him, and we did a pretty good job. Amin did amazing, and then we just help him as much as we can, and we did a good job.
Draymond Green did what Draymond Green does, and a lot of players let him get in their head. Tonight, you did not. How?
Yeah, you know, actually, like, that's a great competition for me. He's been in this league so long, and then he do this every time, you know. And it was a good learning from him. I got a lot of things from here. He wake me up. He want me to fight it, and then I did it. It just, you know, it was a good.
Awesome game, Alfie.
Thank you.
Craig, back over to you.
It was an awesome game, Alper and Şengün. They did wake you up, and you did respond, and you beat them here on the road, something that has been so tough to do over the years. The Rockets winning against the Warriors on the road, and they did tonight. What a win. A reminder to please stay tuned for the...
Wow. 106-96 the final tonight. The Rockets get win number 52. They put up a big fight. They brought the fight to the Warriors tonight, and they get the victory to make sure that the Warriors are not a team that can catch them. Only one team in the West can catch them for that number 2 spot. We'll get into that as we continue. Welcome into Rockets post game alongside the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy, Adam Wexler here with you at Space City Home Network, and we were into this game, to say the least, tonight. And obviously the Rockets were from the jump defensively saying, tonight, it's not going to be Steph Curry.
You know, when we talked about the keys, and I talked about what the Rockets had to do with the guards, well, you know, of course, everybody else scored in the guard position except for Curry. And I made the statement also that we could beat them if we stop Curry from scoring and let everybody else do what they're supposed to do. Did it work?
Yeah.
Did it work? 3 points. Never in my life would I had anticipated Curry scoring only 3 points against a Rocket team. Now, where did that come from? Thompson was on him like a blanket.
Definitely knows what flavor gum he was chewing after this game tonight.
Dentine.
Unbelievable stuff. Well, you know, if we're talking about it like this, that was a big one for the Rockets. That was fun. Of course, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Rockets were still in a tight game early in the fourth quarter. You see about 9 minutes to go, Calvin, and they went on a 23-9 run that lasted 8 minutes. They held the Warriors to just 9 points over that 8 minutes.
Well, how often do we talk about defense dictating the offense? And this is what they did. The Rockets, during that stint, was able to also get 23 points on the fast break because of their defensive intensity and their good rebounding.
Yeah, created 20 turnovers for the Warriors tonight. Attacked, and huge fourth quarter for the second game in a row for Jalen Green. 10 of his 21 in that fourth quarter.
Well, let's not, absolutely. He took his time tonight. He didn't try to, you know, play any hero ball. He just took what the defense gave them. And during the fourth quarter, when they started backing off, trying to help in other areas, that's when he took over.
Yeah, everyone had a hand in the defense tonight. That's obvious. Amen Thompson had the biggest hands in it, which is why he should be drawing consideration for some of these postseason Defensive Player of the Year, All-NBA awards. We'll see how that goes. But he, like the rest of this team, they're just locked in on winning. They beat Oklahoma City a couple nights ago. Now they've beaten Golden State in their building, something they had not done since February of 2020. They're getting their best basketball at the right time.
Let me say this about having beaten them before. That was totally a different team. We're not talking about the team that won tonight. See, so what happened yesterday means nothing to me. When you're looking at where the Rockets are right now as a unit, they're qualified to take on and play anybody and perhaps win, home or away. They've proven that by the way they've played tonight here at Golden State.
Two things the Rockets had to focus on tonight. We touched on one of them, trying to shut down Steph Curry. They mission accomplished on that. Now, staying in their game and staying focused when you're playing against Draymond Green, that is our breakdown, presented by Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. And this was a Draymond night. He got into it early. He got into it with everybody, and the Rockets kept their cool.
Well, you know, what he's always done since he's been in the league is try to get in people's heads, as we said, and he knows who he can bully and who he can't. Notice when he was walking next to Dillon the villain, he didn't try to pull that bad man act. When he got in Alfie's face, he thought that he can bully Alfie, and Alfie showed him, I'm not going anywhere. So that's when I talk about fighting fire with fire. Now, when you start looking at what he did tonight, I'm talking about Draymond Green, after all that screaming and fighting and stuff, he only had 2 points, three rebounds, so all he did was make a lot of noise.
5 fouls, 4 turnovers, clapping in the official's face, letting him stay in the game. We haven't even gotten to what he did at the beginning of the second half. He picked up a quick 4th foul early in that second half. He was still all riled up, and
you know, it appeared to me, by the way he was acting with the officials, he didn't want to be in this game tonight. He tried to get thrown out. That's what it appeared to me. And when they said, oh no, you're going to stay here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, a little punishment for him.
You're going to take this whooping like a man.
And that's what Alfie did right there. That was late in the first half. He went right at that defense. This is what I was talking about early in the second half. That is leading with the elbow.
That was dirty. And he's been known to be a dirty, yes, all that toughness, he's been known to be a dirty player. And that was a dirty play right there. That should have been a foul where he got put out of the game. The league should have looked at it to see if he should be suspended for another. He deliberately tried to hurt Alfie in this play.
Yeah, you get a great look at it here. Unfortunately, so does
he led with that elbow.
Yeah, he puts it out front. Doesn't need to. Alfie's not even going up off of his feet. They did review it. It was a personal foul. It was elevated to a flagrant 1.
No. They were being kind. That's a flagrant 2 when you lead with the elbow to deliberately hurt another player. That's a flagrant 2, no matter how you look at it down the line.
And obviously, he's always talking. What's he saying to Fred? What's Fred saying to him? Is he trying to say,
first of all, Fred should not have been talking to him in the first place, unless he was telling him, you dirty rascal.
Probably what he said. Probably what he said. You dirty rascal. Draymond, you dirty rascal. You said it, though. Draymond's impact on this game was limited. It was all antics and no substance, just 2 points, had all those turnovers, had those 5 fouls, and the Rockets obviously did what they've been waiting to do.
And you lost.
Big L for Golden State.
And you lost, home slice.
Let's check in on the Rockets head coach. Just a few minutes ago, we met with the media after the Rockets' 106-96 victory.
What did you like about your defense overall, but especially on Curry? It seemed like you guys were pretty aggressively trying to deny him the ball and limit his shots, and it worked.
Yeah, obviously, before the last 2 tip-ins, 92 points, 16-point fourth quarter before those 2. They ended up with 20 there, and then obviously him going 1 for 10, and you know, the focal point obviously had been on a heater lately, and so we wanted to obviously pay him a little bit more attention. And when you got a special guy like Amen Thompson doing what he does, that's the result.
When Draymond started doing what Draymond does, what did you like about Alperen's response?
I mean, he handled it well, didn't get baited into it, and then attacked aggressively offensively, so and stepped up on the defensive end. So we understand what it is. You know, he was in foul trouble, and I think our guys were being aggressive going after him. And then, you know, he doesn't respond, and he takes a hit to the face and just continues to play. And liked our poise and composure overall, especially Alpie.
You guys were toggling between the double big, between the small lineup with Jabari at center. Just what did you like about how you were able to kind of exploit the matchups based on the lineups on the floor?
Yeah, it gives us a ton of versatility to go both ways. We start with a neutral lineup, can have Barry at anywhere from the 3, 4, 5, and that gives us a switchable lineup. And then our bigs are doing what they do, which is being physical, pounding the glass, getting guys open. And so I love the versatility we have there. And based on who they had on the court, we felt we had some favorable things we could go to, and kind of exploited that.
Good to see you. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you, too much.
You guys have had a great year, but these last 17 games, you go 15-2. You beat OKC the way you did the other night. This is another statement game. Just how do you explain the late surge that's happening right now?
Well, our guys understand what's at stake coming up. I think we've made a conscious effort to really lock in and focus on. Ever since 20, we knew it was tight, 20 games out, and especially the last 10. And then I would say minus the Utah game, we know it's high caliber opponents that we're facing, and so want to be very sharp and deliberate about what we're doing going into the playoffs. We've thrown a little bit more at them as far as preparation, and our guys are handling it well. But understanding that this is a level it's going to get to. These are teams we're going to play against, and for our guys that have never been there, it was about playing great basketball heading into the end of the season, and we've upped our physicality, upped our intensity overall, and I think guys are just really locked in on both sides of the ball. And so getting what we want offensively, guarding the way we are defensively, is what we want to see going into the playoffs.
And you touched on it with Draymond, but you've seen that before. You guys have had your battles before. What do you think he was trying to accomplish late second quarter? And did you like how everybody kind of stood firm with that intensity?
But that's what he does, and I appreciate it. I don't mind it at all. And so I understand how he impacts his team, trying to get them going in his own way, and has made a hell of a career out of doing what he does, being the heart of that team, and bringing the fight when he doesn't see it out there. So no knock on him for whatever. Like I said, some coaches might mind it. I like him, and I like what he brings to their team and what he does. And so you got to understand that. Players that do certain things, and our guys stayed locked in, stayed focused, and didn't get baited into it. So credit to both him and them.
Jabari was extremely active tonight. What did you like about his activity?
Yeah, he gave us a scoring punch, gave us a rebounding punch, very aggressive on both sides. But like I said, his versatility has been crucial for us since we got him back. We will downsize, we'll put him at the 5 and switch everything. He can play his normal 4 or the 3, and he's looked very comfortable out there, especially when we go to zone. We're kind of mega-sized out there, and so aggressive offensively, locking in on defense and giving us that versatility, he was huge for us.
About 9 minutes ago, they cut it to 2 on the Pajemski layup, and then you guys went on that little 8-0 run. They called timeout. What did you say to your team during that timeout that allowed you guys to put the clamps on them and put the game away after that?
Yeah, we were being a little sloppy, and we understand that they're 6th in the league in forcing turnovers and getting points off turnovers, and that's how they generate a lot of offense. And we did it on a few of those plays, turned the ball over, let them back in it, but understood if we got shots, made them work on the end, limit to 1 shot, we'd be in good shape. And we're really, obviously, getting out in transition. Had 20 in the first half to end up with 26 there. So that was the formula for us. Taking care of the ball was a big part. We did in the first half. Got a little sloppy in that stretch, but refocused and got back to doing what we were doing, guarding well, and scored, obviously, like you said, the 8-0 run.
Cameras caught you talking to Steph on your way off the court after that Draymond sequence, that Sam match. I was just wondering what kind of was the message or what was going on there.
I was talking to my team, about the physicality. This is the type of game we like. This is who we are. He said something, I said something. Nothing, a little friendly banter. Thank you.
Friendly banter. That's what you have in store as we continue on Rockets postgame. Rockets get the 106-96 victory. They won 15 of their last 17 games. Much more coming here on Space City Home Network.